Hello everyone, happy December Daily. This will be my first video to include pages or stories 1 and 2. For me, December Daily is 25 stories. That has been my approach. I think when I first started in 2014 and 15, it was on a daily basis, like what I did that day, which was fine. And it is an approach to take. But that was pre having a child. And so documenting little stories and bigger ones of the holiday season was a bit different at that time. For me now, as a mother, I am more intentional with memory keeping, the big moments and small moments, but without the pressure of this happened on Monday, this happened on a Tuesday. So that way too, on some of the days, like say if it is a Monday and it was just a normal work and school day, if I find a story at that time, great. But if not, I still have other stories because maybe the weekends are full of activities like this one coming up where we're doing like 5 holiday things, including seeing Santa. So I'll save a Santa story for, a Tuesday, and that is okay with me. Before we get into, so two things. Two things. One, I made a gratitude page though with the circles of the kit on the transparency paper that is the red and the green stripe. So I did this off camera, and I will put my gratitudes, and I will hopefully maybe just find a big G to put there. Or if I have a small enough stamp that says gratitude, I will stamp it. But each day for the month, I will find one little moment of gratitude to put on this tree, and then this will be also inserted. Either maybe I'll put it like in the beginning back at between day 1 and 2, or it'll be part of the 25th story of the month of gratitude. So that is the second thing. First thing. Second thing, we'll do the two pages. But before we get started, I wanted to show you, because I know not everyone here that follows me on Instagram, but I wanted to give the opportunity to any subscribers to see if they would like one. I got into the little bit of a crafty buzz this past holiday season, and I've made myself what I call an album dangle, and I gave mine a long enough chain because it will hook onto my December Daily D-ring. So this one will hook right onto here when I'm done. It's not something that I will keep on my album as I work on it, but it is something that will nicely live on my shelf. And then it's a bauble with a green tree that will sit on my shelf when the holiday season is done. This one is gold base, and it has all these bunch of balls. I call them baubles all the time. Star charms. There's like little Christmas lights and just a lot of interesting little pieces. I even put a little Santa charm. And I had shown them on my Instagram stories, and I think I made 8, and 4 have already sold. So I'm just letting any subscribers know, and I'll show you the one that I have real quick so it won't take up too much time in this video. So, like I said, it can always be there like for flat lay photography, but on normal, I just hook it off and I put it in like a little candy dish on my desk, and that way this will be the jewelry, the frosting on my album when it's done. So let me just show you real quick the other ones I have. I have this one that's silver based that has a cute little gingerbread, and I am selling them at $22. That includes shipping. So it's like I did 18, and I believe it costs about $4 to ship, and that's US only right now. So this one has little charms of candy canes on there. There are a little snowman, there's a little Christmas tree, and then the same kind of colorful beads. And so I left it long, but there is a way if you know how to do it, because I do have a friend that put an eyelet in the top of her album and needed it shorter. And so that way it would dangle without all the extra slack in the chain. So it could be like that as well. So I just have them long in case you too would like to use it on your binder ring and then have it dangle over. So there are 2 gingerbread ones. That one's silver, and they're quite similar, because anything I made for this one, I just made for the other one just in gold base. So those are the gingerbread ones. Then I made 2 kind of snowflake ones. So the snowflake, this one's all white and silver. Again, there's some extra little bubble charms and decorative beads, like these fancy beads too. There's a star. They're really sweet. So for this one, I just thought in case you have the Ali Edwards white album with the stars, This one could be really cute. And then I made the same one, but instead of having it just all white and silver, I added just a few gold little balls. And so they're similar. And again, they just have a long string because I haven't attached the clasp. And if you wanted it shorter, you do have that option. I also have a silver one with a snowman on the bottom. Again, larger baubles. There's some extra charms. There's mittens. There's a snowflake. There's a little peppermint. Super cute, super full. That's the snowman one. And then I'm in the middle of making one that matches mine because the other two have sold, of the Christmas tree. So here's the Christmas tree in case that one is the one you like. So if you do want one of these, by all means, just either comment down below, but I do always leave my email link down below. It's a Gmail one, and just let me know which one you would prefer, and I can mail that out to you. I do Venmo or PayPal, whichever is easiest for you. Like I said, it's just $22 for an album dangle, and they are oh so sweet. And I've had such a positive feedback that who knows, maybe I'll have a little side business blooming before and I can do them throughout the year for different albums that you may have in projects like Halloween, or just the pastels, or something specific, maybe Valentine's Day. Could be really fun. Okay, so let's get started on story 1 and then story 2. So for story 1, I think I've always truly opened up my albums with like a family photo and a story about quote unquote us. If you watch my video for my title page, you know that I did like this little year in review. And so we're opening up already with this side of the story. This side of the page. So my family photo will go on this side, and then we're going to do some crafty stuff. So let me explain real quick. So I have all these elements pulled because I don't know what I'm going to use, but I'll tell you the things that are definite. The photo. Okay. And then this heart. This was part of the die cut pages. So I want to use it, but we're going to make it into a pocket. And in that pocket, we're going to use all 3 of the vellum tags that came in the kit. Along with that, we are going to trim them down a little bit because I kind of want them to sit in here where they fan out around that, and you can see that they're longer. So we will cut them maybe 1.5 inches or so. So that means we're going to have to back the back of this heart. And my journaling I've already done on white presentation Epson cardstock. So we're going to back them so that the journaling and the vellum stay softer in the back, because these are very, it's vellum, it's flimsy, and with it going in and out, I don't want them to lose its structure. So we're going to back them onto these tags. And with doing that, I want to try again with heat embossing that poinsettia. So maybe just stamping one of the poinsettias, like one down here, one up here. And so that's the crafty bit that we're also going to do, is vellum, heat emboss these, cut these out, make this into a pocket. And then on the top of it, I am toying around with this tree acetate element and the fabric one. I really like the way that looks a lot. But I also have, I was looking at this way and like having it cute too. But I also love this one. No, I wasn't putting that. Then this one was going here with then these kind of elements here. So I haven't finalized that, but that's the part that you're here for, so that we can work through some of these design elements, because I do like that. And I have all of my little embellishments from the kit. These are all the vellum, the die cuts, and everything else from the Ali Edwards kit. Like a good star could work too. Even the poinsettia. But see, sometimes with the poinsettia, well, other brands, I just don't like the white outline sometimes, Even some of these larger, these are from the main kit, so like and a little ornament cluster, and that one, like that could be cute too. Some of these bigger elements are just bigger, So these are the things, these are the choices we'll make soon when we come to decorating this one. So let's get started with constructing all the things. Okay, so to get this done actually was like an hour of footage. So I had to trim it down a lot and kind of make it a little speedy, but I hope I explained it well enough in that beginning so that you had a good understanding on how I constructed these pages. I find them rather simple, but you know, sometimes it could be a little intimidating for some. So for my photo, so here's what already happened with my print to size app. So I did my family photo here at 7 at times 8 1/4, which is the outside protector size that we like, that Ali Edwards usually provides as her outside. The problem was is that I made the collage on the front side, my little highlight page, to be slightly bigger because some of those pictures were getting cut off too much, so it's slightly bigger. I forgot to keep that in mind, and so my photo at 7 and 8 1/4 was slightly smaller than the page behind it, and since they're going to be adhered together, I needed to leave a little bit of a white border, as you can see on the family photo, which doesn't bother me. Actually, it does look like I did it with intention, but I definitely had to make that modification because I didn't want to print it again. So just that's why there's a white border. And then that December Joys, the title piece from the main kit, does fit nicely on the bottom because it kind of hides their the birthday cakes. So usually my family photo to open it up is always around Thanksgiving. I have my daughter's birthday and Miguel's birthday the day before Thanksgiving and the day after. So Thanksgiving is usually when we as a family celebrate both of them together. So that usually always definitely provides me with a nice family current shot. So she just turned 6, my little one there. So you saw me right now, back to the footage, trying to audition different pattern papers for the back. I tried out ones from, like, with trees, that was from Ali Edwards, one with stars from Ali Edwards, and then there were a few from the Simple Stories boho collection that I hauled to complement the kit, and the bold star from last year's kit from Ali Edwards 1, because I think I liked it enough to be overlapping on our photo, and that was the reason why I selected it. So now we get into the heat embossing. Now, I am not 100% great stamper, but I do enjoy it, and if I mess up, that does not bother me. It's a learning process. So for here as well, I got new embossing ink. That was the first thing I should say. It's Hero Arts. This is a new one from I picked it up at Joann's when it was like 50% off, because I have the Versamark one, but I think it's not as juicy as it once was. So picking up a new one, and I think it was $3 or $4, wasn't a big expense for me. That way I knew I wanted to use this poinsettia. So you're going to see the stamp again and again. So what I did also was selected to be with the red embossing powder. This one too is also from Michael's. It's the Recollection brand. And then what I did when I stamped it is that you can see that one is a little off to the right with the petals, one is a little off to the left with the petals, and then one I did right in the center of the petals. And it just gave it some interest. They could all be the same and have a nice repetitive stamping image, so if you give this a try. And I did my journaling on the cardstock paper and had the vellum on top just so that it was a little bit softer. This step wasn't needed. I was just trying to use as much of the product from the kit as possible. I do like to make a nice indentation, like dent into my kits. I don't like to have a lot left over. Last year, as we say in the crafty world, you know, I killed a kit. Like, I only have a few things left. And so that's, again, the thought process when I'm making my layout is how much of the products can I use? So I used all 3 of the large vellum tags that were in the kit. The acetate tree is from the kit. The numbers are from the add-ons, and then the title piece and the acetate gold stars on the photo are also from the kit. So I did really well for this layout. I go ahead also and add some ribbon. The ribbon was all the new ones I hauled. So one was like that floppy black velvet, floppy like red velvet. Those were from Michael's. And then the green thinner one velvet was a Joann pickup. Now for day 2. So I took a 12 by 12 page protector pocket Project Life that was just 4 by 6 cards, as you saw. And I trimmed off the bottom row of pockets. That way this fits perfectly into a 6 by 8. I always remember this process, especially when you want to add more than 2 photos, because it's a nice flip out motion, and I use my score, what is that, the bone folder, to make it fold over easier. And right now I just kind of went back and added Nouveau drops to that tree, and we'll let that dry. I just had a thought and I was like, let's just go with it. Now the 'Tis the Season card is actually from this month's December stories by the month. This was not in the kit, so I definitely saw it as I flipped through that kit's contents and put this one with my December dailies, because 'Tis the Season was just a perfect notion for any story I tell in December, and I rather have it in my December daily than in my project life, so I just save all the good products for my December daily. So here I was still auditioning the number 2. I tried a star in the back because I did like the white chipboard number 2. I tried a few of the stars from the kit, but I ended up going with one of the circles you'll see here soon. It's the green one, and I cut it off in the edge of the page because that spot seemed to be nice. I just didn't want to use it on the journaling card because I knew I would do a lot of journaling. And then in the inside, I was definitely just trying to embellish the photos where I could, where there was like a little off or negative space. So 3 of the die cut pieces are used. That little flourish piece, a nutcracker, and then that circle that says "Let There Be Light." Since it was the Zoo Light event, it was so fun. Like they just make it magical. Like every single tree is wrapped head to toe in lights. You're not really going there to see the animals. You're going there to have so many picture moments with amazing light fixtures that are in the shape of animals and stuff. But super fun for the kids. We've been friends for years. And it's fun to watch the girls grow up because they're like a little trifecta squad. And it was a fun night. And so it's definitely a story that needs to be in my December daily, because we'll probably go again next year too. That's how much fun it was. Okay, everyone, that will wrap up stories 1 and 2 for my December daily. I just didn't do the journaling for here, but it'll be on the finishing products. That way I didn't, cut this video and then type it and then, the whole process. It'll be on clear sticker paper because this is like an oatmeal kind of color. So I want to have that show through instead of putting it on white copy paper. So over here, I still have this just drying because you saw me add in those Nouveau drops onto the acetate. It's a little bit of an experiment. Let's see if it sticks, because if it does, that would be good to know. So the opening page of A Story of Us, you saw me construct the whole thing. And don't get me wrong, this side probably deserves something to garnish it. But for now, we are leaving it so. It looks fine, and it's a nice bold print. So story 1 and all of those tags and labels came out great. The embossing worked on this vellum. Not surprising, right? She probably has good quality vellum. Anytime I've tried it on mine, it's kind of like tracing paper, and it warps so bad. So these tuck in right there, and those are my little letters to my family and my letter to Dear December. Ugh. Okay, I didn't want to. Okay, and then all of the ribbons. And then our fun little evening with our friends. So the local, I'm sure I mentioned it, has Zoo Lights. So we went to Zoo Lights, and I had to find a number 2 to make it really good there. So I like this composition with the journaling on the bottom because, oh no. Because I was thinking, keeping in mind that when this sits on top of it, here is story 1, and then you'll be able to see story 2. If I had the journaling up there, I think it would have been a little bit odd. So that was with intention. And then just doing a flip out because I had tons of photos. So keep that little secret in mind in case you do have a lot of photos. Flip ups could have been good too, but using a page protector just keeps them safe a little bit more. And then using a few of those elements inside there as well. So now I'm ready. So whatever story 3 will be the back side of this 4x2, 4x6s, and then something else on this side, or it may be just on that side. So we shall see. I hope you are starting off your December daily strong. Remember, it's just stories. It's stories for me. So daily, nothing. But I do want to craft and keep up with this project because that's the only way I've learned to have success, not to fall too far behind. So thank you for joining me. Also, my last note, keep in mind if you would like one of those album dangles, they are just $22. PayPal, Venmo, just DM me or email me and I'll be happily to send you over one for your album to decorate it while it's on your shelf at the end of the month. They are definitely beautiful, and if this is going well so far, that maybe I have a little, like I said, a little bit of a side business happening because I document so much that each album deserves its own little jewelry, its own little frosting. we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, thank you so much. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, if you haven't done so, because I will be showing you process videos for the 25 stories here on my channel. Thank you for being here. Give this video a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. And until next time, everyone, bye.